Hey guys, it's Train Bulk here, and we're doing another non-MK related video today. And I felt like doing a video talking about Victor in Tekken 8, and one of the big factors as to why he is such a hated character right now, and why he's always been kind of under the surface, he's always been bitched about. So, Victor, while I was grinding this game, was like my main character. This is my favorite character in the game, period. And while I do love him as a character, he is fraudulent as fuck, especially in a Tekken context. I do agree. I think he's too well-rounded, and I think he has too much power in every regard of the game. He's basically like the ultimate well-rounder right now. But I do want to talk about one of the things about him that stands out, and that is what happens when he finally gets to a wall and hits you. So I want to talk about the infamous EI stance set play at the wall. So in Tekken, certain moves will have a property where they will do what's called a wall splat, and when that happens, you get a wall combo. So for example, back four here, it doesn't do anything, right? But if I hit, for example, I think it's what I'm looking for. Let's do like back 3-1. There's one of his main whip punchers, by the way, is back 3-1. So as you can see, back 3-1 splats them at the wall. So in Tekken, when this happens, this gives you a full combo at the wall. And then to reinforce the combo structure, I'm just going to do something easy. Then you can do a resplat to extend the combo, and they would end your combo, right? So for like the first week when we were playing Victor, this is all we were doing for a wall combo, just to like keep it simple, right? But then I think this was season 2 that this got added, or it was a season 1 patch early on in the game, I don't remember. But Victor got the ability off his forward 4-2 to transition into EI stance. And forward 4-2 with the wall gives us what's called a face down splat. So why does this matter? So a face down splat in Tekken, this is like a hard knockdown. You have no wake up options except to get up immediately. That's all you can do here. So if you want to know, face down, head towards, this is the best knockdown situation you can achieve in Tekken every time. So the thing is, this is what happens now. So now when you see a Victor player do a combo, we'll do something like this. So let's dissect EI stance first. So EI stance has 1-1. This is just a basic jab out of it. As you can see, also wall splats. He can also do a pump fake with it to transition back into EI, like this. He also has stand 2. This is just a fast mid. It brain traps out of a lot of transitions. Then he has stand 3. This is an armored attack, a power crush. And as you can see, it wall splats. This is rare. Power crushes that give you, like, damaging combos in the wall are rare. I mean, like, you have this, of course, with Victor, but this is weaker compared to, Guy 3. Right, that's a chunk of damage they're losing. And then he has 4 1+2. And we'll go into this move in a minute. This has a specific use case. Then he has down 1+2. This is your actual main low option. And it leaves them in face down, head away. So this isn't as good as the forward 4-2 situation, but it's close. Okay? It gives him enough advantage that he can actually just go back into EI manually and be at some kind of advantage. And it doesn't matter because you still have to worry, because like if they do the wrong thing getting up, like you can do, like the Oki here is monstrous, but once again, that's not the important part of this video. I'm just breaking this down. So now I'm going to talk about the god move of this stance, and that is EI down 2. So what is EI down 2? So it is a shockwave, multi-hitting, chip damage battery move. See, I can get in the block. Anyways, you can see fantastic on Oki. This hits grounded, so they can't stay on the ground. Victor can just keep doing this to you until you get up, okay? And then, as I was demonstrating before, you can put the block all in general. It builds up chip damage over time. And as you know, in Tekken, because it has the chip damage white life system, that means if you get hit after the chip damage is built up, you lose both the white life on top of what you built up before, okay? So, important thing to keep in mind here. So, this is the moneymaker for Victor when he's EI. So, as you can see, it's also +4 on block. So it's mid, +4 on block, does chip damage, hits your opponent on the ground, and we're going to see here in a minute, does more. So this is what we like to call, what they call in fighting game design, this is what we call an over-centralized move. So, if he does EI2, you cannot press anything here. So if I do EI2, I'm going to set him to jab as fast as possible. Okay? So he's going to do a jab after EI2, try to take his turn back. You're frame trapped. So and then you're put back in the situation. Okay. So now let's see. Okay, what happens if he tries to do a dig jab? I don't know why they. Okay, here we go. Okay, so what happens if he tries to dig jab? Right. Hold on. Well, EI 1-1, his EI jab is a miss, so you can't dig jab it. Right? So, what happens if they try to power crush? This is an armor move. Okay, let's try to armor out. So, it'll beat the jab, right? So you're like, okay, but as you can see, it trades. Right? And he actually has enough time here to get a combo. I'm not going to go into it because it's a bit of a high execution situation, but he can combo off of his trade. So, you still don't win here, right? But let's say you did, because some of the power crushes are better than others, right? So some power crushes you won't be able to get that trade with, right? So let's just ignore that for the moment. Okay. So you're like, okay, well, what in the fuck do I do then, right? So, okay, so you say to yourself, all right, then I am going to try to get up. First, let's try to roll, okay? I'm going to roll, or I'm going to stay on the ground. So where is it here? Oh yeah, here. So I have been set to quick recovery, right? So I'm going to set him to just do nothing after getting hit. Or, well, you'll see what I mean. I'm gonna take him off block all, because I just want to show off what happens here. So if he gets jabbed at the wall, tries to get up immediately. Why isn't that working? Hold on, guys. Try to do a quick backslide, that's better. So, as you can see, even if they do the fastest get up possible off the 4-2 flip, they're still having to eat the EI down 2. Let's see what happens if they try doing Ukemi. This is a side roll. Well, they can't Ukemi because they're face down, right? So all they can do is quick recovery or stay on the ground. So let's say they don't do anything. Now they're stuck. They're just gonna keep getting hit by EI down 2 and they stay on the ground. Now, EI down 2 does take them out of the face down position and puts them in the regular knockdown state, but you're against the wall against Victor. So that's not like a victory. So I could show that too. So we're gonna do this twice. So he's going to attempt to Sayu Kemi after I hit him with my EI down 2. Okay. What in the world do I do this? Right, so he can't get away from me by going to the side because there's a shockwave. I'll even show you the other side. Right, it tracks. And aside from that, let's not even do another down 2. Okay. You just do your EI jab, your EI 1-1, and it splats them if they try to get up. And of course, you also have your down 1+2. You're tracking, double hitting low. And I want to show one more thing about the power crush situation, by the way, real quick. I forgot to mention this, but this is very important. So, let's say they play a character that has a fast power crush that can't result in the trade situation I showed you, right? Let's just say that that's the case. So, and we're going to do it from a block position, not getting hit. Right? So he's going to power crush after EI down 2 on block. This is where EI 4 1+2 comes in. This is a anti-power crush launcher. So, once again, you're back in the exact same situation you were in before. Now, you're probably thinking, alright, Cherney, there's no fucking way that they really designed this move and gave this character Oki that is this oppressive at the wall. There's just no way. There's no way that they made this character and gave him a situation this one-dimensional. But I'm afraid to tell you that this is literally it. I would tell you that you can carry yourself to purple ranks just in knowing this Oki at the wall. All you have to do with Victor is get someone to the wall and know how to run this, and they're dead for the most part. Like, and because the damage adds up, right? I'm trying to think what my weakest wall splat is. I guess would be my standing armor move, back 1+2. Like, they try to poke out of your offense. It's already oppressive, and they get armored. Now they're in a situation, right? So, at best, I'm going to show you what at best happens. Is they take down 1+2 out of EI grounded. That is the best they can hope for to happen here. But as you can see, it still keeps them at the wall. And it can still get worse. You can also use, 4 to just kind of harass you on the ground. As you can see, like I said, it's an anti-power crush. right? This isn't a normal power crush low being beat by a low. Power crushes can't armor lows in general, but this straight up counter hits and gives you like excessive damage for blowing up a power crush. So another example of this is like here. So, yeah. So I just want to let you know that is this is a big part of why people don't like Victor in this game right now. Victor is like he literally wins as soon as he gets you to the wall, and it's not like this is hard. Victor has extremely high corner carry, right? Like I gotta do something very basic, okay? See this? This is a very basic combo I'm doing. I'm not doing anything like optimal. Because once again, you don't need to worry about the damage if you're like a mid-level player. All you need to know is do the combo that gets you the corner. Like this. That's all you need to know, okay? I don't need you to know how to do an optimal combo. You just need to know how to get them to the wall off the launcher. So anyway, yeah, the problem here is, of course, oh, I keep actually triggering saying transition, not me too. So the problem is here's the mix-up, the actual mix-up. Once you're fighting a high-level player who knows that they just can't, like, flail here, okay? So once you know what your options are, and you're playing against a very experienced player, you still have a legitimate 50-50. So they're either going to do EI2 to keep you locked down, EI down 2, and then they can either do EI 1-1, or they can do EI down 1+2, right? So you either get put in a knockdown that, once again, if you hit standing, it flips you, or you get re-wall splat. So, and this is even considering that, like, the other things, like the transitions for viewer stance he can do, like mind games he can play against you in the case that you're not, you know, a Tekken encyclopedia and don't know every single little thing about the game. Like, even if he engages you with the wall, it's still also like, why did they give him this? And this is where it gets worse. So now you're like, okay, whatever, right? Okay, he's got this like oppressive Oki at the wall. It can't get much worse than this, right? It can't possibly be buffed anymore. There's no way for the 50-50 to become even better. There's no way that I can literally lose the game by just blocking and defending well, right? There's no way that's possible. Hold on. So now, this is where, like, it's really bad. So, in Heat, Victor's EI down 2 becomes even more of a god move. So in EI, it does more damage, even more, it's still +5 on block, so the frame data doesn't change. But as you can see, hold on. I don't know why it's dropping. Hold on. Look at how much damage that does just for hitting them on the ground. The enhanced EI down 2. And as they get hit, if they block it, you saw the chip damage that just did. So this is like why he could potentially just win the game, by the way, because he gets to the wall, is not just even because of the general hit, it's because he does a heat setup. So let's see. Let me try find an optimal combo now. Right, I just been doing like basic stuff for the sake of the video. I think this will work. Hold on. Trying to think. There's a specific slump I can do that will let me get a heat burst. Oh, it might be this. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. No. Just give me a minute, guys. Oh, maybe it's this. Hold on. But either way, if you want to keep it simple, you just do this. So, yeah. Yeah. I mean, let's just show this, okay? So, if you guess wrong in this situation from full health, you have lost the round. You probably won't believe me, but I can tell you, the round is over at this point. If he goes into heat, if he still has his heat up and he does this, you are dead. You are DED dead. And if he heat engages you with his infamous 4-4-1 heat engager, you are also DED dead. Because he has full heat bar now. So, I want to show the heat burst sequence first. Once again, I'm doing basic combos, not doing optimals, because I want to demonstrate how crazy the damage is if I'm doing the weakest option possible. Right, so I'm going to use my Power Crush because that's the least damage wall supply I think I have. Hold on. So that is if they stay on the ground, okay? Now, let's say what happens if they get hit by a low, right? Well, just look at the total damage. That's all I want you to do. I just want you to look at the total damage on this after the sequence is over when they eat the low. Okay? Then, what if they block? What if they try to block low, right? Let's say they're stupid enough to do that, by the way. Like, you should just take the low. I'm not joking. Oh, I actually have to get him to stand up here real quick. Yeah, where is it? Try and get him to do like a quick recovery. Wait, yeah, here we go. Quick backslide, that's what we want. That should do this. Double check here. Okay. So, what happens if they block mid? So we're going to turn off like all of this, right? Because I just want to demonstrate this easily. Well, they get recomboed if they don't block high, right? So, let's look at that full sequence now. Right, if they do, just for, like, let's just say hypothetically, look at how much damage just as sequence did, assuming they got hit, right? But remember, your EI down 2 is buffed when your EI down 2 is buffed. So, like, let me show this. So we're gonna make him block after 2 hits. I think this will make it so that he will get hit by the first option, and then it'll block the EI down 2 afterwards. So. Yeah, okay. So. Hold on, I actually activated the stance transition. I don't know why he didn't block there. Maybe I set it to 5 hits or more. But either way, like, you're getting the idea anyway. Yeah, let me just show you. I'll just show you because I can't get this to work the way I want. This is how much chip damage EI down 2 does in heat. So you have to think about that in the context of the way the white light system in this game works. So when you do combos here, when you do combos in Tekken, you build up white life on top of the raw damage you're taking from your opponent. So, what does this mean? Well, it means it adds on to the white life of the chip damage, right? So, the more white life you have, the more chip damage is buffed in this game. It gives you more chip damage when they have white life. So, you're getting the idea, I think, right? I'm sorry if I'm kind of all over the place. It's been a while since I've, like, broken down this game. So this whole thing has been in the game since, like, day 1. And, is it too much? Like, should they take this away? I really don't know. It's really part of his identity. I think the problem is that he has mix-ups that are, like, from a standing position. I think the problem is he's too good at mixing you up in neutral. I think that's the problem. If he was just a all footsies whip punish character and then he had this wall set play situation, if he got you to the wall and that was the only time he got to mix you, I don't think people would have a complaint. Really, there wouldn't be much to complain about. But I mean, once again, I want to show the power crush situation again one more time. And the reason I want to show this is because of the fact that at a mid to low level, this is the desperation move because a lot of people do, right? And so now what I'm going to do is back 3-1 because this is your most powerful wall splat starter and you hit it all the time, okay? Wait a minute, why didn't he do it? Oh, right. Okay. So, by the way, I'm not even gonna do heat. Okay, I just want to show the sequence in general. What the fuck? Hold on. I don't know, why is he blocking? There it goes. I don't know why it wasn't working before. Well, I'll just, man, it's kind of annoying. How do I actually show off the sequence so I can show how it works? I guess I'll have to force counter him, unfortunately. So this will do a little more damage than it would normally, but I guess I have to do this. So... they try a power crush, and, you know, it's over half-life, you're dead. So, yeah, I just felt like making a video analyzing this specific situation And I kind of want to do more videos in fighting games looking at stuff like this. These like very specific, hyper-specific situations in which a character just becomes a god for achieving them. And that's definitely the case with Victor. Like I am telling you, if you know how to do a combo that will get you to the wall, and if you just do the easiest, most brain dead combo, whenever I see anyone ask, well, what should I do with combos for wall combos? Dude, just do down up forward 1-1 for your wall splat. Just do that. Just do up forward 1-1, forward 4-2 EI. That's all you need to learn. That's all you need to know. I am not kidding you. You probably don't need to do anything more than that until the ranks before the god ranks. I'm not kidding. Yeah, like this character is so powerful at the wall. You don't need to optimize at all, even though it helps to optimize, obviously, the highest level. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little side detour. And let me know if you'd like me to see more videos like this where I talk about things like this. And I'll catch you later.